all alone and
Hi,
sing and do
Elphaba.
whatever the hell you feel like because you don't have to be accountable for anything
Yeah,
because
but he's
you've
tripped
got
himself up
autism,
there,
so you don't know
SDW,
any better.
because he's saying if he's got level
How?
one and that's the high functioning, there's nothing stopping you from being a high functioning person that's got a job. There's loads of people in this
Oh,
world. There's business people. There's the
oh
most
yeah.
successful people in the world. And it's like you're saying, oh, you've got level one. Like,
I mean,
again, that's the
I've
American
got some of the
stuff.
nurses. They say they've got autism, and it's like I didn't even know. I couldn't even. I can't tell. I mean, it's because you don't. No, they just get on with it. They just get on with life.
Because that's the people in real life that actually want to feel like they are, in quote, normal and an
Yeah,
everyday
part of
person,
society.
and that it doesn't define them, you know. It's like
Yeah.
the fights that people have to put up with within jobs and things just to kind of have it acknowledged and, you know, feel that they are being accepted. And this person just sits there and just gets everything that they think they are entitled to. Is that a
Mm.
diagnosis, you entitled person?
Entitlement. Yeah, that's the label that he wants next.
Yeah, and the fact that he said, "Oh, I'm not being smug about it," he's going to be
Yes, you
smug
are.
for the rest of his freaking life about
He's
it.
been overly smug.
Anytime someone bullies him now, he's going to go, "You can't bully me because I'm mentally disabled."
Doesn't stop the law.
Disgusting.
Does
Do you
not
know
stop the
what?
law.
Like I've said before, my
Thank you,
Ronnie,
Kay.
he's 10. We're looking at him. We're on a waiting list to have him seen for ADHD. And he said to me before, he broke down and cried one day, and he said, "Mum, I feel like my head is going so fast and I
Bless
can't
him.
keep up with it."
Yeah.
Oh,
And that's the only way he could describe it.
TT,
Um,
you know, if you
yeah.
ever, I don't know if you've, because there's loads of people, but if you ever want to call me and or whatnot for anything, like, because I think
Oh,
sometimes with kiddos as well, just to feel that somebody else that's an adult also has that, and
yes.
it's nothing to be scared of. It's just
Yeah.
how we work
yeah.
differently,
Oh,
you
thank you,
know.
darling. That means a lot. It
Oh,
does.
You know.
There's a teacher on here that actually wrote a book for children.
Mm,
He had ADHD. Well, he has ADHD. And he's wrote it as a thing to say to children. Actually, do you know what? I'm an adult, but I know how you feel.
yeah.
yeah.
And we sat and we've read this book together. And there's been times where I can see he's getting a bit choked up because he's like, "Oh, he's
Mm,
an adult,
yeah.
but he has it." I'm like, "Yeah,
If you
Mm.
ever,
you know,
honestly, I mean, like, if you ever, just to kind of, sometimes with kids, they see things far ahead as well, and it's like,
yeah,
oh, how would, if I'm an adult and I feel this way and I feel different, and being able to see that somebody works and somebody's able to get by in life, and it's just we you know, we're the same. It's absolutely fine. You know,
yeah,
we can get through this.
yeah, exactly." Oh, thank you, Lulu. That means a lot.
All
Thank
right.
you.
And they need good examples and not like cretins like him, that he's just not a good example at all.
No.
It's
Well, like I said to you, now he's branded it saying he's mentally disabled. I just feel
yeah,
sorry for the young people
Yeah.
in this chat that are going to go, "Oh my God, am I mentally disabled now?"
Yeah.
It's awful.
No.
It's freaking disgusting. He's branding something that's not. He
yeah.
shouldn't. He shouldn't.
The garage just put in there as well. UK never really used the level 1 to 3 system in the first place. No,
Exactly,
no,
Kiki.
it's it's disgusting.
Not
But you know
nice.
what? And I'm really pissed off on behalf of people that actually do have autism and have functioning well in the world, because let's face it, no one's normal. But
Yeah.
I can imagine with autism it can be a real struggle, and all all my love and support to you, for getting on with your life and not using it as a badge of honor like he does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
it takes a lot of strength and determination.
And I'm not saying that these things don't have positives, because you can. You try to use it as something positive because that's the only way. But it's like writing a review on for something online. You And at the end of the day, it's like people will always feel that. And if you could take away that from certain people and they'd be like, you say to them, if you'd rather not have it or have it, what would you do? Some people would be like, I'm with it now, like, I'm fine, don't want to change. But some people would be like, please take it away from me. It's too frustrating in life. Like, people don't understand it. You get conflict at work. Like, it's, you know, you'd think by 2026 people would understand this. But lately, you've got this platform where it's glorified, and it's like, I'm not saying that it's not to be, you know, accepted. That's good that people are starting to accept these things, but there's a difference between acceptance and making it into a fashion accessory, and it's disgusting and a way to get out of doing things.
Yeah.
And I think that's the same as with him, you know, claiming the trans card. He just wants certain labels because he feels that he can then hide behind it.
But the thing is that somebody who is truly trans, they don't want to be labelled as trans. They want to be fully seen as that thing, you know, what they want to feel that they are. You know, by saying that you're trans, it's highlighting the fact that you're not, you want to go about your business and within the world as, you know, from male to female, female to male. You don't want it to be highlighted, shaving online and things like that, and doing certain things like, no.
Well, look at EQ. Look at I think it's Alexis. I think it is. I mean, she's gorgeous as well. I mean, I would have never guessed that she used to be a man. I wouldn't, because she's absolutely stunning. But you know, even the way they talk about it is well, they don't talk about it. Let's put it that way. But
it's okay now.
It's yeah, it just frustrates the living crap out of me.
Thing is, for someone who says he's overwhelmed by it all, he just loves to bring attention to it. It's just like contradictory, like constant, non-stop.
Yeah.
And does he not think that the Popo will not look into these things because they need to know kind of who they're dealing with and things like that? You don't just get a pass because you have got some kind of neurodivergent diagnosis. People still get, you know, sent to, you know, because not because of they've got it, but because they've done something, and actually they still have capacity in areas like.
No, but can you imagine? So here's a scenario that what if tomorrow Common Sense talks to the police, they're actually going to look into it and make a case out of it. It comes to, it probably won't happen, but it comes to it going to court, and he wants to use the autism card. That has to be legitimate.
Oh, that'll go against him because it'll have said that he's lied.
And all that's really going to do, like I said yesterday, is going to appoint him an appropriate adult for interviews.
Yep.
And as I don't know if you were here yesterday, Lulu, but I was saying to everyone that I used to have a job that saw me go in and out of prisons and speak to young men who were in the system that wanted to change their lives when they come out and got a job and blah, blah, blah. And I said that if everybody who was sent to prison got off with what they had done because they'd had an autism diagnosis, the system would be empty.
Yeah.
Doesn't give you a license to do what you want. It doesn't.
No, it doesn't give you the license to say what you want either. Just to say, oh well, I put it bluntly because I don't know any better. I'm autistic. Well, by saying that, you know better because you realise that what you said was blunt.
But then he's going to trip himself up, because if he gets through a thing where he lies about certain things, for instance, they could then have the rights to say for whatever reason they did a capacity assessment around internet usage and social media, right? And it was proven he doesn't have the capacity to do that. They can put things in place that would mean that he would have physically these things taken away because he doesn't have the capacity to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though he needs to be very, very careful. He's not, he thinks he's clever and he's not.
Oh, see, Ellie said in the chat that she's got learning disability and she's still working. I mean, yeah, exactly. Why not?
Well done,
I
you.
mean, it's. I mean, well done to you. Absolutely fantastic. And it's like
Yeah.
you make out of life what you want to make from it. You know, if you are determined
Yeah.
to
It's like,
not let the labels weigh you down.
yeah.
You want
Like
to
we
just
got
be able to crack on. That's all you want to do. You just want to be able to crack on. Yeah, you might need to adapt certain things to be able to kind of process and stuff, and things might hit you differently. But, you know, you just want to be able to do the best that you can. And he's just looking for excuses to not do anything.
Yeah.
And
But
wouldn't
we've
you
got
rather be that person? Carry on, Steve. But
No, I was only going to say at my work. There's a lad who joined last year, and he is like right at the top of the spectrum for his I don't know what exactly he's got. But it's either autism or like Asperger's or something. But that just goes to show Orion that it's not an excuse not to do anything. Like you can, like everyone's been saying, you can function 100%. I know it's not the same for everyone, but he comes in and he's more capable than the majority of the people who work there who don't have conditions.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
and that's
physically
it. And
able.
why not use? Why not? Yeah, and if you're able to, why not use it to prove a point? So actually, do you know what? Look at me.
Yeah,
I'm not going to let this stop me. I'm not going to let it be a barrier. I'm going to
no,
prove to
use
people.
it for good.
Yeah,
This is why when we refer to people with any kind of illness or whatever at work, we always call them people of determination. We don't refer to it as a disability, because that almost puts them at a lower advantage, which is incorrect. Because people with any
yeah,
kind, whether it be mental or physical, are determined and they want to prove themselves. So for us, we
yeah,
call it people of determination because we find it almost derogatory to say disabled.
yeah. And I think
Well,
And
that's a
that
yeah,
was
beautiful
my.
term to use.
it
I mean, that
is.
was
And
my.
right, guys, can you mute for a second, please?
Yeah.
Yes, it was actually called. Here it is. Yeah, I got diagnosed. I'm diagnosed officially now. So what they told me to do was that, and then the psychiatrist then looked at it to see if I needed an assessment, and then I did the 2-hour assessment, and then she officially diagnosed me with ASD type 1. And the letter comes in a few weeks, so it will come soon. So when I get the letter, that'll be official, properly. You know what I mean? And haters are gonna say it's fake as always, aren't they?
They are,
But
because
you
it will be.
understand that no matter what I show you, because do you know what people are gonna say? They're like, "Oh my god, that's fake." Like, girl, they're just gonna hate anyway. That's what I've always said. But yeah, that's how it is. Unfortunately, people are evil, you know. So yeah, that's why you just gotta keep singing, because you gotta keep being a queen, as always. I'm gonna get off live now.
Good. Can have the Lululemon.
I'm gonna head off. I love you though. I love the queens. You're amazing. We'll do one more Defying Gravity and then I'm gonna head off. Because, yeah. So one more and then period. Okay. One more.
Okay, you can unmute yourself now.
Can we just say congratulations to Nat first, because she's going to be an auntie. She found out.
Oh, congrats.
Well, congratulations. It's nice to hear some good news.
Cheers. Guys, get those fingers working away. Come on, please. 200's the next goal.
I'm just so angry, honestly.
Well, it's just because he's the way he's acting about it, isn't it? I mean,
Like I said, like, I'm angry, and I'm sorry if I keep repeating myself because of what he said, and because there's always minors in his chat saying that it's a freaking mental disability, and having ADHD is not a mental disability.
No, it's not. I mean, I remember after I had my stroke, I was worried that people would actually treat me differently and would think I was less capable, or because part of your brain basically dies. TikTok shop. Sorry, pardon my French.
Sorry.
So, if anything, you start to worry then that people are going to label you differently and are going to treat you differently. So you fight that much harder not to be seen as different.
Yeah.
And it's not to be, not celebrated that you're different, because we're all different in our own unique, quirky ways. But yeah, you've, like what Layla said, you fight that much harder. And then creatures like this, I'm sorry that I can't stomach it. I can't.
Well said.
Yeah. So let's see how long he keeps the hand gestures up for, because that's a new one today. But he probably read up about that before the alleged phone call, because he's never done that since today, flapping his hands around. I'm not saying while he's sleeping.
The other thing
I
is,
bet he sat on that Zoom. Sorry, Layla, go on.
no, it's okay, sweetheart. Go ahead.
No. What I was going to say was just an insult. Go on.
Well, mine was, the other thing is as well, to get this, obviously is not through the NHS. That's the first thing. Where's the money coming from again to pay for this assessment?
It's that sock drawer, Layla.
I know. Because that's,
It's that sock drawer.
for somebody who's claiming universal credit to pay for a private diagnosis, that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell of a lot of money. Look at it. Look.
Oh, look at his nice clean veg.
Oh, good
Oh,
God.
that is.
Oh, and he still hasn't changed. Still hasn't washed the sheet, the covers, guys. That's been on since Christmas, and I bet he blames it on his mental disability now.
So can anyone tell me in the chat? I mean, I know it's not autism and ADHD. It's not generic. It's not the same for everybody. But as far as like routine and stuff goes, do you guys need to know what you're doing when you're doing it? I know with my son, he likes to know what we do if we're going out for the day. He likes to know the plan.
Hold on.
Okay, so Nat does, yep.
Moose was reading up about it, and they were saying actually that when you, like, people with autism are very, they like routine, they're very clean people,
Yeah.
because it's a part of
Yeah.
the ADHD, the autism. You know,
Yeah.
Yeah. So a lot of people in the chat are saying
Not
they
everyone's the
need
same on
routine.
that, to be honest. It can be very, very varied. Yeah.
So my grandson has to have a routine. He has to know what time he's having his breakfast, what time he's having his shower, what time he's going out of the door. And if you put him off of that schedule, even at the weekend, he literally has a meltdown. Now, like Lou said, it is different for everybody, but most people who I know who struggle with autism, have to be in and I'm talking a strict routine.
Yeah.
And I'm not being funny, but considering someone's got ADHD or autism, why would you spring an appointment on the day after? Because how
what do you
could
mean
that
the day
person?
after?
There you
How
go.
could that person
That's another
process
question.
having that interview or
Yeah.
discussion?
All of that information intake at once and
Springing on them
not
that
having
quickly.
time to prepare.
Very convenient from what Dean's been saying.
I think he
Yeah,
might
I
have
know,
gone to a
right?
Del Boy doctor.
I think he's had a conversation with himself, to be honest, and just diagnosed himself. Yeah, again.
I don't know,
Well,
but it
look,
would
Jenny
be
said that. Jenny said she's already printed out a fake form to like.
Yes, she has. I've seen it.
Yeah. Is he going? Yeah, he's going.
God for that.
Well, do you know what? He might be very smug today because he's feeling pleased with himself.
Oh, he's feeling
But let's just
immaculate.
wait and see over the next week or so.
Yeah.
Too happy
Wait,
about. Too happy about it. Too happy.
He won't be happy when he realises that it's not going to change the consequences of his actions.
Oh no, but he's going to
Give it
blame.
a couple of days.
He said it in the Instagram. Now I know why I always had these meltdowns when people are
Yeah.
trying to wind me up. It's because of my mental disability.
Still doesn't mean you can go against the law.
Exactly, Lulu. Exactly.
So everybody that speaks to underage children has got a mental disability then, right? There's a lot of people out there then with mental disability.
Oh,
Sorry.
I've had people before that I've worked with who have served time and have been put on prevention orders and very closely monitored, and I've been part of that process. And yes, they have got a diagnosis, way worse than if he's saying what he's apparently got. And actually, they still have consequences.
Yeah. Thank you, Luna. But we're never going to hear the end of it now.
Way too
I
happy.
guarantee he'll bring it up in his live at least 20 times. I'm going to start writing it down how many times he says it.
I knew that was coming.
Yeah. Wow. Well. But all of us. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Kate. Pretty. We all know that he was going to do this. We all knew. We all knew.
Sorry, it kicked me off. I was answering a message.
You know what? I wish the bookies that have taken bets would have all been millionaires by now.
Yeah.
Maroon would have been.
Oh, do you know what? I really hope Misty comes in. Oh, I can't wait to see. Oh, Leila, thank you, beautiful. That was pretty. I can't wait to see Common Sense and Misty's video tomorrow. Hi, Lemon.
He seems to think
Alexa,
that
play.
society owes him something and that he can just be,
Yeah.
you know, it's so difficult these days to be able to get onto that level of pip and things. And he's actually quite dumb in that sense, that he seems to think that that's going to be the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
You go through the Care Act criteria and tell me where he is eligible for anything.
He isn't.
Because I'm in the wrong job if anybody finds anything quicker than I can. Do you know what I mean?
Layla.
Like,
Thank you, gorgeous.
and please, anybody who's got children that is thingy, just, you know, we are all here to speak sense, and this is not a reflection on anybody who's going through this, adult or children, you know.
Yeah. And this is what he doesn't realise, is that there's so many people in the community that have personal life experiences. We haven't all sat in our bedroom singing songs from West End musicals. We've had lives, we've lived them. We've got experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what as well? And this might be slightly a bit thingy, but I've had to sit in a meeting today and fight for my right as what my reasonable adjustments are.
Yeah.
To people who do not understand what it is.
Oh, Common Sense has put up a video.
Ooh.
How did you get on, Lulu? Because you were talking about it the other day, weren't you?
Well, I'm glad I took a union rep because she ripped him to pieces. And actually, you know, I felt that I had a voice in that, even though I had to have another voice just to. But this is the things that us people go through, and we don't want kids to go through this either. You know, people have got such a wrong perception of it. Like, him as an adult, if he did have a diagnosis of something, he needs to be doing it in the right way. Because we've got young people here who are going to grow up and things need to change for the positive. So when they go into a workplace, they're not going to have to sit in front of people and constantly explain themselves. It's exhausting. And then the reasonable adjustments then feel so unreasonable. And it's like, why am I fighting for the right to want to work just because I do things a very slightly different way? You know, there's no excuse for it at all. And these are going to be the children that are going to grow up and they're going to want to be a part of society and are not going to want that label.
No.
Yeah.
But yeah, she absolutely she absolutely went for him. It was quite funny, actually. I did have to look down at the floor at points because it was like,
Good. I'm glad she was there for you. I know that you were feeling quite nervous about it, weren't you?
The rep turned round and said, we are now in 2026. If you don't understand, that is your issue and you need to go back and redo that training because clearly the training you did a couple of weeks ago hasn't sunk in. And my manager was just like, you know.
Brilliant.
We'd like to listen to Common Sense, the lovely Dean.
Yes.
Yep, on mute.
Alexa, pause.
And to the people who have got children that are going through this, they're probably going to be very, very successful and they're going to find their way of life and they will be okay. Oh, come on, Dean.
So Ryan apparently has got his autism diagnosis in a very, very strange process, guys. So it was only about, 2, 3, 4 months ago that he was on the waiting list to be diagnosed with his supposed autism. And all of a sudden he's had a 2-hour phone call and now he's got type 1 autism.
There's type 1 autistic. So yeah, I'm autistic. My letter comes in 3 weeks. I've just had a 2-hour assessment with a psychiatrist, and she basically said, yeah, there's no doubt. So yeah, I get my letter in a few weeks. And when I get that letter, I have proof of the assessment as well. I'm literally autistic. You were all fucking wrong. All of these people were so wrong. Now, how do you feel messing with someone who's mentally disabled officially?
And that's not smug.
I've never seen someone so happy to be, the only reason why he wants a diagnosis is to be able to say, yes, I've got it, when I was saying I was having it. But what he fails to understand is that I don't believe he does whatsoever. There's no woman on the phone said, yeah, you blatantly do have autism. No professional is saying that to you whatsoever. And I think he believes that this is a ticket to excuse him from all his behaviour. But let me just let you know, it's not. Absolutely not. Type 1 autism, which you're claiming to have and got a fast diagnosis over the phone, let me just tell you something. It doesn't excuse you for your behaviour. Let's put into the factors if you was. The fact that you've done it 1, 2, 3, 4 times. You've done the suicide baiting online, right? Online. I've told you it was wrong. You're compensated. You're well enough to know right from wrong. And the fact that you can just turn it off and turn it on when you should be able to see fit. And the fact that you said you could self-diagnose was a pure indicator you're not autistic. An autistic person doesn't know any difference. So why would they know to be able to self-diagnose themselves? There's something not adding up with the whole story. But if you think it's going to excuse you for your actions, absolutely not. If that was, the world would be going crazy. If everyone could just say they were type 1 autistic and then that just cleared them of all their crimes. You've got another thing coming if you think that this is your ticket out of everything, because it really isn't. You think you're just going to say, you're going to blame everything on being autistic, because it was always going to be, yes, guys. The answer to his autism assessment was always going to be yes. Why? And why is it taking 3 weeks for you to get a letter through the door? Bloody long letter, isn't it? So yeah, absolutely, I'm not buying it. You usually have about 4 appointments after you've had the initial phone assessment, right? So you're probably getting a letter for an appointment, but he thinks it's going to excuse him from all his behaviour. Absolutely not. You're in for a shock if you think it is.
Blue hearts in the chat for Dean Common Sense. Alexa, play. Blue hearts. We love you, Dean. You're doing God's work.
And if anything, this is just going to make people want to go, like people like Dean, going to want to go harder.
Oh yeah. Big time.
And it's the same as...
Good luck to you, Dean.
Yeah, and it's the same as like yesterday when Orion was going on about going... Oh, well, I've got this appointment, blah, 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 for, ADHD, blah, blah, blah. That's not going to excuse anything from a police report. You can't turn around from the popo and go, oh, sorry, I've got ADHD, autism, and that's, I can't help it. No, it doesn't work like that, mate. Does not work like that. Hello, anybody in the boxes?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yep, I'm here.
Sorry, I was just chopping an onion. I thought, while we're here, I'm going to cook tomorrow's dinner as well. But yeah, it's kind of it's soul destroying, really, to see him go from one strength to another. Even though we know he's talking out of his backside, but he just goes from one strength to another. He could fall into a viper's pit and come out wearing snakeskin shoes. That one.
He's fall into a pile of shit and come out smelling the roses.
Exactly. Well, why would you do a 2-hour solid conversation with someone who's suspected got a neurodiverse condition? Because that 2 hours of a meeting talk, that is a long time. You'd think to break it down, wouldn't you?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah. We see him on live for 10 hours, don't we, waffling his shit. So,
But I mean, from their point of view, why would they put them through that amount of time? And where's Maria's little interview of where she's been asked questions and been involved as his informant? She?
Yeah.
No, nothing. Like, okay.
And we've heard nothing about these questionnaires that he would have had to have filled out, because I've had to do that for my son. I'm assuming it's the same for autism as it is for ADHD.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
You have to fill out some sort of questionnaire, and
You not only have to do the questionnaires for both that person and the informant, but you also have to do, for an adult, you have to write a whole kind of like 2-page letter out, pretty much as information as you can, to be able to state kind of how it affects your life alongside that, to be able to even get into the process.
yeah, because they will ask about, again, I know with my sons it's different for an adult, but they ask about, you know, relationships. Are they able to form relationships? Are they able to keep relationships? So I suppose for an adult it would be a lot more in depth, wouldn't it? It's...
And what about? I thought that the specialist
All right, Jenny, my darling.
had to speak. All right, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny,
darling.
love you.
All right.
Jenny.
I thought they had to speak to Maria as well.
Yeah, they would have to.
Yep.
To understand his
Exactly.
childhood.
That's another thing.
No.
But he has said that before, that when he was, because he was with CAMS, wasn't he, before? And it was the whole, oh, they had to speak to my mum. And it would be the same now.
But they would have wanted to have
Because I
requested
doubt
all
he's
of
got
that
any other family
information.
members.
Like, they would have needed time to request all of that information as well.
Yeah.
Yep.
And we know how quick the NHS are at sending information over, like blooming heck.
God, that's a process in itself, isn't it?
I mean, TT, CAMS, oh my life, they are absolutely, can be really not great, and they are going to want all of that information.
Yeah. Yeah, I've heard that they're not the most proactive.
And, you know, like, if it gets to a point of where you are childhood into adulthood, they don't go, oh, you're an adult now, there we go. Everything gets transferred over. If anything, you've got your foot in the door, and the process should have been way quicker, because that would have then been transferred over.
Yeah.
He's tiddling on everybody's back right now and telling me it's raining. It's like, no, we see you for what you are. You are trying to take advantage, and people aren't having it.
Yeah.
And they would
It's just a step too far, isn't it? Every time with him, you think, oh, he's going to step too far this time.
Psychiatrists would not say, without a doubt, oh my, whatever, however we put it, you know, you definitely.
There's always room for doubt.
Yeah, no. Because
human
again,
nature, there's always room for doubt.
Whatever he's saying about this so-called type 1, which it is graded, but it's not called type 1.
What's nice talking about me?
Where?
Yeah, better not be.
Come to it. Come to it.
Winnie, did she? Buckwheats. Call me girl. Call me. Okay, Sarah. Call me, baby.
She just said something about my wedding.
I wish someone had recorded that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be floating around somewhere, I don't know. But actually, it was over last week.
Well, I've got some info for you. I was sat on the live the other night. Well, came across it because I couldn't sleep, and as you do, you get a little bit scroll happy.
Like doom scrolling.
Yep, as you do. And somebody said to him, if you download it off the internet, you'll actually be able to check your symptoms off and reel it back to the assessor, and that's exactly what he's done.
Oh my God!
Because in the UK, you can actually download it off Google. And you can pay £2.50 or whatever it is and actually take a test. Now, I'm waiting for an ADHD test.
We're done because she's a vile human being.
Sorry?
I'm responding to a comment in the chat.
I guess someone was in her comments and said something about me, and she just like, oh, I've stolen all of Louisa's followers, and then I obviously took the headphones out and she was saying something about my wedding.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn it.
Okay.
It makes me blood boil.
Yeah, if you send me copies of those screenshots, and I will do some magic on them, and I'm going to do a reverse image search and see if he's just
Mila,
filled them
do
out
you
himself.
there?
I bet he has, because he's also used Elphaba.
Oh, autism test online. I've got a whole bunch of shit that's come up. That's just made me more angry.
Oh yeah, same as that he admitted the other night on live as well. Last night I think it was. And hubby came across it on his TikTok that he said he didn't have gender dysphoria, and how does he actually get a diagnosis for it?
He hasn't.
I was like, but that then started off, you know, the one who has transitioned into being a man.
Okay, everyone, I'm sorry to butt in. Ellie, she's I spoke about you already tonight. From WA. Here in Australia, does a lot of content. If you can all send Ellie a follow, I'm sure Ellie's going to be posting a lot about what's going on in the last few hours on her page. So, and already she's just said someone on Reddit shows that the clinic you went to don't diagnose, just assess. I haven't looked on Reddit. Obviously, I was doing my own live.
Goes to panel anyway, so he wouldn't get the yes or no today anyway. It goes to panel.
No, he didn't. And then someone said, look, he's posted, I think it was Daniel. Daniel came in and goes, he left to go to work and he came back. And so I've looked at it, showed everyone. And while we're talking about it, next minute, he's on live. So we've just gone, boom. Now, you know, I haven't done anything Orion for a few weeks, and I wasn't going to. But this whole thing is just, it's mental. It is absolutely mental, Ellie. Bam Bird's got stuff up already as well, but it's good to know that it's already on Reddit. I'll have a look at the Reddit post. Vicky, sorry, put yourself in the chat. I know you follow me, but I'm not sure. Imagine saying you're me. Oh, I know! This is, when we saw it and we watched it, it triggered so many people. Oh, I'm autistic, so yeah, I'm mentally disabled.
She's been drinking all day, guys.
Mentally to push forward the fact that he wants
Finished. I wouldn't bother. She's not. She's just waffling her normal nonsense.
He's lost his IG account.
But it's
I'm sure someone caught that slagging me off.
I don't know why you bother. I've had it all across the internet the whole day.
Oh, yeah. I don't care, but I just wanted to hear what she said. That was all. Just trying to get views.
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you see her likes? 59,000 likes. Oh, dear me.
And she's been on since like 11 this morning.
Yeah.
Well, you've been on for how long? You've been on for how long now?
1 hour and 40 minutes.
Okay, and you've got 192,000 likes. Yeah, okay.
And 58,000 of her likes are probably from her pet pitbull, so don't count.
Yeah, and it's probably about, 6 o'clock in the morning for her now?
And can we just remember that she was talking about what men do to themselves to relieve themselves when they don't have a female around, and her 18 plus was not on.
Exactly.
And yet she's raising awareness on somebody else. But you have children in your life. You send your daughter into a bathroom and then you tell her to go sell herself on the street. Okay, yeah, a bit confused with that one, but never mind. Maybe the Botox and filler's gone to my head rather than in my face.
But I find it funny. She was saying that about you. She's had work done. She can't even frown. She can't do this.
That's because she looks like a pit bull most of the time. Oh, sorry, did I just say
That's
that?
in the chat.
Or maybe she could consider having something done.
Well, I don't know.
Crabs in the chat.
I don't know, but the buck teeth really need to go. Ooh. But never mind.
Like I said earlier on, Lena, Being given the
Yes.
choice to look like you at 51 or to look like her at 45, you win hands down, my darling.
Thank you, sweetheart.
There's nothing wrong with Layla's
Perhaps in
face.
the
What are you on
chat.
about?
Oh no,
I know.
I have to have all of the Botox and all of the fillers to look younger than my age. Well, funny thing is, I can still move my eyebrows and I've still got wrinkles in my forehead. But anyway, never mind.
Can you give us your best frown?
Oh, look, she means that.